and you're watching CCP Podcasting.
What is happening, friends of CCP Podcasting? Welcome to Beyond the Bell Live. I am Chris Page, and we are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. We're also live on X. It is a Tuesday night, and I could not be happier to be here with you guys. It just seems to be a snowball effect, if you will, of things that we've got going on and new projects that are coming our way. First thing I want to talk to you guys about before we get into today's show, we've been harping Saturday night. The 22nd, it is right around the corner. It is our first live event. CCP Podcasting presents Chapter 1 Genesis. It is a thing in Orlando, Florida. 9 big matches on deck. We've got in our main event, NXT, formerly NXT's Mikey Spandex getting in the ring with Matthew Ennis and Keikoa in a triple threat match. We've also got Alex Bryant getting in the ring with Slade Porter. We've got a lot of happenings going down. Jay Haru is going to be in the house. He's going to be taking on Blackjack, Blazing Hot Blackjack. 9 big matches. You guys want to be a part of that. CCPpodcasting.com is where you can get your tickets. And for all other information for live events coming in 2026, it's where you need to be. Massive shout out to Goth. I see you in chat. For all of you that are coming in and joining us, we have a great show tonight. I have been waiting to sit down and talk to this gentleman since One Division Pro has gotten back in touch with me. We've had a really good relationship with that company. And, not too long ago, there was a tournament that was housed to crown a new 1DP heavyweight champion. Our guest tonight is the man himself. He is the gentleman who left with all the spoils. I cannot wait to sit down and pick his brain, talk to him about what he has going on and the things that he is going to be accomplishing. He is 4 years deep into his career right now. He is young, he is hungry, he is talented. Our guest coming in is the 1DP heavyweight champion. He is Rochie Roach. Mr. Roach, how's it going, man? I know.
We here, baby. Come on.
I've been looking forward to having this conversation since I knew that we were going to be able to do it, because for me, education is key. I love learning, and I love learning about new people. I love learning about their journey. I love learning about what has brought them to the dance and where they're going to be going in the future. And for me specifically, the younger generation, because you guys are going to be the ones that are going to be lighting it up for the next several decades for us to watch and be able to enjoy and take that ride with. So first of all, thank you for coming in and sitting down and chatting with me, and I can't wait to pick your brain.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
We got some folks rolling in chat. We got Harry's wife saying hello over on Twitch. Goth saying hello over on YouTube. Mr. Roach, I start this things off, man, before I even get into, where you're at now and the things that you've accomplished and where you're going to be going, man. It all starts for me, your love for wrestling, and where does it intersect with you? Where do you get drawn in and bitten by that bug, if you will?
Actually, it's my pops that put me on, because he was a big fan, and I was 4 years old, and then we started watching it, and then I was trying to do something else before wrestling, but then I found out this school in New York, I'm like, oh wow, so I'm I was so skinny, so small, so I'm I told myself, before I sign up, before I join, I gotta get some muscles, I need some size in me, just so, it'll give me a leverage, people take me more seriously, So yeah, from there I signed up. Amazing Red, House of Glory, one of the best trainers out there.
Well, I know I want to dive into to House of Glory and your training when you got there. What were some of the first memories that you have of wrestling? What were some of the stories that maybe drew you in? Some of the talents that you were looking at as you were, getting into that fandom, if you will.
Definitely a big fan of Triple H, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels. So yeah, I'll see those guys. I was watching in some entertainment wise. The Undertaker. I'm the cool storylines. My best one is the Stone Cold and Triple H one. Back in 01. Yeah, was it 01?
I remember the match. That was didn't they put Trips over on that?
Yeah,
didn't they? I think
they did.
Made no sense to me back in the day because Austin had the main event match at Mania that year. I was like, how you drop your number one contender,
Mm-hmm.
literally. You know,
That's the
like
guy, man. That's the man.
I
Triple H the
get
man.
it, man.
Mm-hmm. And the whole storyline, we have with Kissy won him over and stuff is
It was
fire. It was
that is
fire.
a good story, and it
Yeah.
is a very undertone story if there ever was one. And what a way to kind of hook your teeth into. To be perfectly fair, like I was an '80s child, bro, so I was growing up with old school NWA and Southern wrestling, if you will, and didn't get into WWE and or remember until like the early '90s because I think I was like 8 or 9 years old. But
Yeah.
that was one that was right
Mm-hmm.
before I fell out of watching mainstream, and like the Ruthless Aggression Era was definitely not my cup of tea. I was an again '80s. I was an '80s '90s child guy,
What?
so like I was Ruthless Aggression, and
Oh yeah.
even now. So
Mm-hmm.
let me backtrack. I would probably need to go back and rewatch the Ruthless Aggression Era now versus
Definitely.
making
Yeah.
a statement like that.
Yeah.
Because now, as I go back and I watch some of the old Attitude Era stuff, I'm like, what this? How did this even work? There were some things on there that just didn't make sense. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I do need to just go back and relive the Ruthless Aggression Era
Yeah.
and see what that one was all about. Now you meant. You
I
mentioned
could do
obviously
yeah.
getting into wrestling through House of Glory, and obviously that's Amazing Red territory, 100%. And I think the world of what
Yeah.
he has done in this business and in this industry, going back to before the original TNA days, but what got him to TNA, like he was very innovative and just wow, things that he could do at the time, like is just unreal.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
did you
It's
know when you
crazy.
walked through the door there that was, someone that you were going to be learning from, or was that some of your research that you did?
I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, it was after the fact. Yeah. I'm like, who's this guy? Blah blah. And then went on YouTube. I'm like, oh shit. Like how he did that. Like yeah. Cause me honestly, my body
Yeah.
can't bend like that. So like I don't know how he do
Well,
that.
tell
Yeah.
me, when we get into talking about training, obviously it's different everywhere. Like, when I started in '99, it's
Yeah.
different ways, different mentalities, different things. Something that I do find interesting when I chat with everybody that comes on the show is, some of the strengths and weaknesses. Because again, for some of those, your biggest misconception is that wrestling is anyone can do it. Incorrect. It takes work. It takes a lot. And for an example, we started with 13 in my training class, 2 finished. So that's just how tough it was back in the day. And to come in, maybe not having that kind of knowledge or experience, if you will, the difficulties that you had to overcome. And then also on the backside of that, what were some of the stuff that you took to and that came to naturally that maybe surprised you?
Definitely taking bumps. Yeah. My first back bump, I couldn't do it after like what 2 or 3 months. So actually doing like the correct way. And then because it was weird, because you're basically dropping stuff on the floor. Like who does that? So and then
Oh, go ahead.
what's your name? No, and then one of the strengths I had was I feel like I always had character work, I was able to talk shit, so that helped a lot. Good with my boys and stuff, because we all do is talk shit, clown around.
Well, I
so
see.
yeah,
You talk about
that was so
bumps,
easy.
man. You say it took you a minute to get it. I've literally had this little piece of a conversation with people over the last 2 or 3 weeks that have come on the show because bumps have come up. My first bump, they just said tuck your chin and hold, exhale, and the next thing I knew, I was getting my legs kicked out from underneath me, buddy. I didn't exhale and I didn't tuck my
Yeah,
chin, so it was not an easy land at all, and so I 100% get it when it comes to probably 99 different times. There was no protocol in place at that point. But it was just it's one of
right.
those things. It's an eye-opening experience, especially the first time, because that is your kind of like wake up, your jolt, if you will, of a hard reality that okay, now but I now know what it feels like, right? Like I now know what to anticipate, what to expect, and I can also figure out a way to to make that a little bit easier on my body and a little bit easier on how to do it. All that comes with time, right? Like that's just one of those things. And then you also mentioned that coming to you easy was I was talking. I've seen some of your promos on your YouTube page. I've went out and did a little research, and brother, you are you're a slayer on the microphone.
Oh yeah,
And
appreciate you.
I think that it's fantastic because I resonate with that because I was a heel. I was never a babyface. Could never do it. But it's what I was good at. I was never a body, right? Like I didn't have the $1 million body. I had the gift of gab, and I could make someone want to pay to watch someone else punch me in the face, and I was okay with it, and I am okay with it, right? Like because that's the name of the game. If I can make you hate me, then you're obviously going to cheer whoever I'm across the ring with, and that's what I want. I want you to cheer them because then you're going to boo me that much more. So when it came to exactly. When they put that microphone in your hand, brother, like you say that it was kind of came to you kind of naturally. Like, walk me through like cutting one of your promos and what does that look like? Like when you, or are you one of those guys that don't really think about it? Are you an ad lib guy? Are you on the cuff?
It is not to talk shit, but it's super easy. Like I have a nice body, great physique, and then not everybody has the type of body type, especially the fans watching us, right? So it's easy to talk shit like, "Oh, you fat piece of shit, you big gut, skin and bones, blah blah," and then in return they can talk shit back to me. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I still win, and they hate that. They hate it.
I used to tell them. Actually, let me ask you this. So having that gift of gab and being in front of that audience, like at what point did that switch go off where you're like, all right, I got them right where I want them. And this is exactly where we need to be, how we need to be. And this is going to be fantastic when we come out of this. Give me some of those moments for you that it's like, got it.
Yeah, the reaction. Was one time my shorty was out there, and then I was talking like about fat women, and they had like a fat woman in the crowd, and then she did a whole U-turn and left because based on what I was saying. I'm like, oh, I guess he felt the way, so I'm like, okay. And then there's some people that get so angry, like, whoa, especially when I call him bald headed, and the guy's bald headed, got up like, fuck you,
I love eliciting the response and getting and knowing, right? Like when you know that you got them, like that's something totally, it's a whole nother level because now you know that it's worked here. So when you go elsewhere, it gives you more material to try. Every audience is different. Every crowd is different. What works in one place may not work in another, but it's a trope. It's something that you've got in your back pocket and that you always try. And I think that's what the beautiful thing about it is. And I know we're kind of dancing around and getting to, but I do want to get to when you got the opportunity to train with Amazing Red. And what did that look like once you realized that I'm in here with somebody that is, I mean, this is as legit as legitimate fucking gets. Like, let's just be fair. I mean, absolutely, 100%. So your learning experience from him, talk to me a little bit about that.
Definitely, he helped a lot. In the beginning, I was like a little bit too gimmicky in a sense, because also I find myself, right? So then he told me that how I don't know like who you want to be. You want to be like a serious character or a character like they just throw out there just for fun and jokes. Again, gimmicky, too gimmicky. And then when people see you, they're gonna know, he's not there to win. He's just there to be like a joke, in a sense, right? So he taught the class and taught me is when you're out there, you gotta fight to win. So definitely, I took that piece and it stayed with me.
I like it.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely fight to win.
Well, you have. Yeah, go ahead.
But nowadays, I fight to kill now.
I mean,
I go for the head.
Listen, I think if anyone crosses your path, it's at their own peril. It's basically, kind of how it sounds to me off of what I've seen and what I continue to see moving forward. I do want to go over to our Twitch chat. First of all, welcome, first time chatter. I'm going to mispronounce this name. I'm just going to call it. I'm going to say Calez. First of all, tell Nelson I said thank you for throwing you our way. And there is a question. So first of all, the Fat Fan, it's just a work. It's not real. So don't get mad or upset about it. They do have a question about the gym. For your body, what's your gym routine look like, or what does that do for you? Obviously, when you go there,
Gym routine, like I hit the gym like 6 times a week. I'm actually after this, I'm going straight to the gym. Yeah, I spend around like a good 2 hours, 2 or 3. Yeah, and then it's intense, intense. Like I don't stop after each set. Like I go crazy. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to the gym, like you gotta, Chris, you put me one time, like you'll see some shit.
Brother, I was never a body man. I was never a body guy, but so I was a stairmaster.
Oh yeah,
guy. That's what I was. I was a cardio guy. I could go the distance.
Okay.
I never could get the 6-pack. I never could. When I was in ring shape, I was okay, right? But I was never chiseled. I was never, I had a muffin top. That's the best way to put it. Now, fuck no, brother. You wouldn't see me in a pair of tights unless I dropped a good 40 to 50, and I might have to do that. There's some things working on the backside that I did. You never know, and they always say you always need to be prepared, and I'm not prepared right now. I'll leave it at that, and that's a tease out there. So I do think it's kind of kick ass that you had that opportunity because first of all, not a lot of people get that. And it really legitimizes you once you start getting out onto the scene. Obviously, the more notoriety that your trainer has, the more more people are inept to book you and get you on a show because they know that you've come from reputable training. So when you work this path and you get this opportunity, you get through the training. I want to talk a little bit about the debut, but before we get to the debut, I want to talk a little bit about the character work itself. How do you come up with and who exactly is Rochie Roach? What does that look like, and what's that process look like for you?
A guy, Rochie Roach, is for himself. He thinks he has the best physique, all sports. Not even just wrestling, basketball, NFL, like overall, like the whole planet, better than bodybuilders, And I take that with pride, because when I go to the locker rooms, to other wrestlers, like, I have a big sense of pride, when it comes to body, and I make sure, I keep it up, maintain it, keep getting bigger and stronger, and thinking I'm better than the next man, better, the talking shit, powerhouse, believe that I could be anybody, and I know I could be anybody.
Well, I mean, the hardware that you carry around your waist kind of solidifies that 1,000%. Which it's kind of where I want to kind of pivot to. One Division Pro, one DP. There, we're very friendly. That we've done some stuff in the past. We'll probably continue to do stuff in the future. Obviously, as we continue to move forward with our channel and develop relationships. Recently, had a tournament to crown a new 1DP champion. And, buddy, you came in and, not only mowed down everybody that was in front of you, you leave with the championship and are now the reigning and defending 1DP champion. So let's talk a little bit about how does that opportunity come about for you? And obviously you maximized it and you made the most of it. So let's chat about the tournament and let's chat about the obviously the title win.
Yeah, so I had 3 matches that one night. It was intense. The first one was Mikey G, another guy we were looking out for. I beat him, and after the match, he tried to sneak attack me, broke my leg. I couldn't walk. And I had a second match with Jeff Skywalker, beat him, trying to cheat. Wasn't enough, and then ran against Oni King. Mind you, by then my leg was done. So then, but again, what's the name? Rochie Roach, Pavel, it's hard to beat, hard to beat out here. And then I ended up beating him, and then next thing you know, became champion.
Defied all the odds is what it sounds like. I haven't seen the event yet for sure, but I have seen some highlights. I have seen some clips, and for you, that moment, I always say it's not real until it's real. That bell sounds, that announcement's made. What's running through you at that point as you're getting up and are presented with that belt's beautiful, and you get that arm raised in victory, man. Like it looks like it. So I wanna kind of hear about that. What's the first thing that went through your mind from the moment the belt ended? To end the match.
So it's my first championship win. It felt different, When they said my name and the new 1DP champion, Rochie Roach, I'm like, and I'm holding that belt. That's when something clicked in my head. You thought I was a champion. Something else happened. I became a champioso. I felt like I always thought I was the best already. Now I got the belt. Now they know I'm the best,
Well,
So, and I felt like I'm not a regular champion. Again, that's why I say I'm champioso.
Well, let's talk a little bit about it. Now that they say it's easy to get to the top, it's harder to stay at the top. But from your perspective, you're at the top of the mountain. Who are you seeing on your radar? Who at 1DP are you looking at to challenge, or is this one of a situation for you that it doesn't really matter? You're gonna get in there and just get it done because that's what you fucking do.
Chris, let me tell you something. It's my first belt after 4 years doing this, 3 years doing this. I ain't losing that. Ain't no way I'm losing that. You're gonna have to kill me to get that belt.
What's coming up? Oh, I feel you. I do, because I've been there. I understand. Like when you're tapped.
Chris, nah, you're not listening. You're not listening. You're gonna have to kill me to get that belt. Yeah.
They're gonna have to pry it out of your hands.
It's hard out here.
What's
exactly
on deck for 1DP? What are some things that are coming up? And what has happened since you've won the championship? How have things changed, or has anything changed?
Yeah, so our next show is in January. We're going to Mississippi, and then in February we're going to Atlanta.
I know about the Atlanta show. I think that's in Conyers. I think I'm trying to come to that show. I'm down in Florida, and I know the crew that you're going up there with. I think it's with Platinum Championship Wrestling in collaboration, or you're doing it at their building. Those guys are kind of responsible for us getting a platform in the United States. To be fair, they were the whole crew, Naja, Skrilla, Deion Summers, the whole nine. We're so welcoming. We were at their Change 2 event. I missed Change 1. And at that point in time, 1DP was up there with that. They defended their championship on the show, if I'm not mistaken. So for Mississippi, let's talk a little bit about the traveling here, because it's, this is about to happen. What's for between Mississippi and Georgia? What's do you have can you give us any inkling on, or you may not even know, to be fair, what's on tap for you for January? Yeah.
For Mississippi, I don't know. But for Atlanta, I'm facing some guy named Narcissism. I guess he's the number one contender. And Atlanta is his home base, his hometown. So
I know Naja. I'm gonna see him very well. Very talented.
Yeah,
he's very talented.
Boy.
When it comes to inside that ring, brother, he's no joke. I'll tell you this, he plays some antics. He plays some games. If you don't get drawn into the game and you stick to business, you know what I mean? But you'll be able to get the job done, no problem. But it's I say no problem. That sounds disrespectful, and that's definitely not the case. Because if you sleep on him, you're in trouble. Dude can pull it together. I'm not.
You're talking to me like I'm a regular champion. Again, Chris, what I told you, I'm a champioso. It's different over here.
It's a different level.
You know what I'm saying?
And what's going to
It's
happen
different,
when you two
right?
collide in this ring just by seeing your stuff and seeing his stuff. This is going to be something.
Let me ask you. Hold on, Chris. Let me ask you. What you think is going to happen?
I think that we're in for one fucking incredible battle, to be perfectly fair. I love where you're coming from. I'm not going to bet against the champion. Period. I never will bet against the champion.
Okay, so who you got?
Period. I got you.
So
You're
who you
walking
got?
in as the champion.
I mean,
You're putting your strap on the line.
you're a small guy. You're a small guy. I thought you was.
No, I call it like I see it. I won't go against the champ until the champ gives me reason not to. And obviously, you know, that's just where it's
Of course
at.
not.
You are the man, and I do think that you've got some pretty big opportunities coming up, especially with 1DP traveling. I think that in itself is kind of cool as shit. Because everything that I've seen has been up north and has been up in the northern area. So for you guys to come down south and for you to be the flag bearer of that, because you are the man, that is it's a different level. You know, it's a big responsibility. And based off of the fucking 30 minutes that I've talked to you, I don't question that you're not ready or prepared for that. You strike me as somebody who knows what you're getting into. And I'm real interested to see how this looks and how this turns out, because for me it's all about expanding the growth of the brand, and this is a big opportunity for the brand itself for 1DP. You know, period. Here we are, you know, as a podcasting platform starting to do live events. If 1DP is going to start doing some traveling, and you guys want to head down to Florida, well, buddy, let's collab up and make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at. I really think that there's something to this. Like our first show is in Orlando, Saturday night, and the second show's in Orlando, but then I'm going to LA. We've got friends in Los Angeles. I want friends I want to make friends everywhere, and I want to start traveling ourselves and getting out there and the fact that 1DP is making some moves like that, it makes me want to ask some questions and see what we can do about bringing 1DP to Florida. What can we do to bring some of 1DP to some of our friends in Southern California? That's the name of my game, brother. You know. Well,
you talking to the right guys. So I'm the champioso. Someone tell them, hey, I want to go to Florida, and then that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I will definitely be in touch with them as well. You know, outside of 1DP, and I know that you know, this ride that you're on is just starting, dude. It's just starting. I think that they've hitched their wagon to the right guy, and he can pull this ship and make some things happen. With 2025 kind of being, you know, on the way out, if you will, what are some of your highlight moments from 2025? Clearly winning the 1DP championship, obviously up there. What are some of the other things that you've accomplished throughout 2025 before we start getting into 2026?
If I'm being honest with you, being able to bench 400 pounds.
Okay.
Because regardless, the biggest thing is win the championship belt from 1DP. And that's the biggest thing. And outside of that, just gym work, you know, body wise. You know.
We got somebody over on YouTube. Looks like Nathaniel. I'm gonna mispronounce your last name. I'm saying Nathaniel. Champioso in exclamation points, throwing out some muscles and some fire emojis your way. Like they know what's up. 2026, man.
Yeah.
Like it is literally right around the corner. You're gonna obviously come into this thing as the heavyweight champion with 1DP. What are some of the goals that you've got on the list for 2026? It can be 1DP related. It could be, you know, outside of 1DP. What are some of the things that you want to try and set out and accomplish for 2026?
Definitely, number one is breaking the record of the longest, you know, belt reigns, and then that's 265 days. Definitely, I gotta beat that. I definitely gotta beat that. Well, I've been champion for like what, 60 days now, give or take, or 50 days. Yeah, so about 200 more. I definitely gotta beat that. Definitely got to beat that. And then just traveling more. Get my name out there, getting 1GP out there more. Let them know, who's the captain here, who's the champioso here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this because I do think that it's fucking dope that they're touring, they being 1DP, because now that's what I look at it as. Is now it's a touring entity, and I think that there is definitely some things that can happen there. I wanna pivot a little bit, and I want to talk to you about some of the other things that you've been able to accomplish in the 4 years that you've been doing this. Oh, so from go back to when you first walked through those doors of HOG to present day. What are some of the things that you are most proud of, and what are some of the things that some of your biggest learning moments? What are some of the things that you've learned along the way?
Definitely when I debuted on HOG, because not everybody could debut over there. So that definitely was one of them. Making my trainer proud, which is amazing, red. Definitely, and also winning a tag team championship belt. My longtime friend Devin, that was one of them too. And then
Oh, that's right.
let's keep going from there.
But I should have touched on that earlier. You're double threat. You're not only rock solid as singles, you're a hell of a tag team as well. That makes you very, very, very valuable and a major commodity to be on anybody's roster, to be perfectly fair. It looks over on YouTube, Nathaniel, that's what I'm going to call you. How do you come up with such unique promos? I think they came in a little late when we talked about promos a little bit earlier, but I think, as he said, I think you're an ad lib guy. It just comes naturally. Am I right?
So,
question in chat for YouTube was, how do you come up with such unique promos?
Oh, just try to be different. Basically, like I don't want to put like 100 of the same promos. Like I want to do each promo got to be it got hit different. I took my time with it. It can be the same. It's just got to be again champioso. Mentality of a champioso. I just think differently.
For me, man, I ad libbed. I couldn't really do a whole lot of thinking or discussing or talking about it. I had to feel the crowd. I was very big into psychology and very big into like just feeling the moment. And if the moment took me there, then we would go there. If it didn't, then we wouldn't. So it was just one of those things. How are you when it comes to in-ring psychology? Is that something that's big with you, or is that something that you just kind of roll with as you go? Oh no. Give me just a minute, guys. I think he has frozen. We may have lost him for a second. I'm going to take the camera down real quick, because that was hope you guys are enjoying the show. Give me just a minute. Anything can happen when you're live. I think his phone kind of froze up, so we'll kind of hold on for just a few moments and get him to pop back in, and we'll start winding things down. So I do have a couple more questions. If you guys have questions in our chat, please go ahead and drop them, and I'll get them worked in for sure. Let me... Yep, I guess I guarantee you he's having a reset. Excuse me. So, what do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about anything? Drop it in chat. Let's have a this is open forum session on a live stream. Usually when I'm watching wrestling, and that doesn't really happen where things drop out unless it's me. Usually my camera's the one that drops out, or I'm the one that drops out of the room. And there goes the drop, so the reset's happening. And we'll give him a few more minutes to get back in. Excuse me. Ooh. Goth, are you in chat? What about Harry's wife? Are you in chat? Let me check Instagram. No. Shooting a message, so give me a second, guys. There's the man. No,
Yeah, that was weird.
We're definitely still live, so we're back and ready to rock and roll. It happens, dude. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
That transition screen back. So I will say this. So I want to ask these questions. So we'll start kind of winding things down. So my first question that I've got for you, again, we cover so much stuff all over the independent scene, all over the world, and truly the landscape is on fire. Like when I say on every continent, there's so much going on. And with it being at for me, from my perspective, at an all-time high, and you being young into the industry, young into your career, and there's so much that's going to be out there. I say these questions are always my $1 million questions. So the first one that I've got for you is you've been able to do a lot over the course of 2025 specifically, and heading into 2026. What are some companies and some places that you want to get out there to? And maybe if you had opportunity, what does that look like for you? What are some places that you want to work?
Definitely at MLW.
Okay.
That's for one. Of course, GCW. That's another one. And some territory in the UK called NCG. That's one right there. Yeah.
We have a lot of friends in the UK. A lot of friends in the UK. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
I think at some point for me, I'm going to end up being the biggest liaison for guys in the States to get overseas. And I think that's going to be hilarious, and it's going to be funny because I never in a million years would have pegged that. But we've had some success, and in the UK market specifically, we have a lot. So if you send some dates, I'll put out some feelers. I'll put it that way, and say, what's going on? Hey guys, this you need to take a peek. You need to take a look at them. And if he makes trips, here you go. And then.
Yeah, but definitely all over the states more. Get my name out there more. Let people from California to know me. Wisconsin.
That's just the thing too. Yeah. There are so many really good companies out there that we may not ever see. you know, because again, it gets some of the stuff gets lost in the sauce, and then when we find stuff like you know, one DP as an example, like there are hidden fucking gems everywhere.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
if you're afraid to get out of your comfort zone of, you know, what's watching, and don't get me wrong, guys, if we're watching, I'm not saying don't watch local. No, go watch your local stuff, support your local stuff, but also step outside of that comfort zone, because over the last 2 years, we have educated ourselves on so many great pieces of talent that we would never have seen ever, and it has led to so many great things and relationships and conversations. So it's good to hear that those companies are out there for you. I love MLW being on your radar, and I love GCW being on your radar. You know, we have some friends there too. So it's good to hear that and be able to maybe open up a door or put you in touch with somebody who may be able to open up a door for you is always great. So with that being said, and we've got some companies. I'm always interested too. Like I want to know from your perspective, like who should we be watching? And what I mean by that, obviously, is we watch a lot of wrestling all over the world, individual talents, companies, et cetera, et cetera. You've been in the ring with a lot of different people, and you've probably been in the ring with some of those hidden gems that we know nothing about, and maybe we should. Who are those people that we should be watching?
Definitely one of them is Angel. He's from same school as me, you know, House of Glory. Yeah, it's a big dude too, you know. He ain't big as me, but he's definitely got some size to him, you know. Yeah, definitely him. Definitely Mikey G. That I recently just beat, you know. He wasn't easy, but I still beat him. Guys like Oni King, you know, definitely. There's a couple cats right there.
That's what I like to hear, because I hear new names, I hear new companies, my ears go up, and I'm like, all right. Because again, who better to ask than people that you've been in the ring with, you know, and that's the name of the game. It helps us because it keeps our doors moving. It keeps those hidden gems on our radar, and it puts new people in front of our faces. And it's not just them; they have to have opponents too, right? So you introduced me to their work. You also introduced me to their opponent's work as well. And then there are also companies that come along with that I may not know about. So it is one of those things. It's one of those things that keeps on giving, because the just the way the industry is right now. So obviously another question, and I'm sure that you'll be asked this question thousands of times over the course of your career as you move forward, no doubt. But who are some people that are on your radar to get in the ring with? Who are some of your maybe your bucket list matches? I don't want to call them dream matches. Maybe just because dream matches are just bucket list matches sound better.
Definitely Charles Mason. That's one.
Of course.
I don't know if you heard of him. He's definitely making some out there. Yeah, he's definitely making some out there.
HOG champion right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely got to get that off his face. Yeah.
I think brother knocked off Mike Santana for that, and that was not an easy task. Santana had a stranglehold on that championship for such a long time. And to be fair, and I just got to give credit where credit's due. That was long fucking overdue for him to have that kind of lengthy run as a champion, and to leave AEW and get back to TNA, have the success that he's had there, the incredible run on the indie scene outside of TNA was just second to none to sit back and watch. And when he had that run on top of HOG, man, I could not, as a fan, I was fucking excited, because every match announcement that would come out was something that I felt like was like, I have to see it. And I did. So it's good stuff. It was really good stuff. So, and to see that you got Charles Mason on your radar. Yeah. I mean, fuck, man, if you had to say something to him, what would that be right now?
Now hold on. Let me ask you who you got though.
Between you and Charles Mason?
I
would probably. You've not given me reason to bet against you. And what I do know is that would be a motherfucking scrap, and that would be something that I would be here for. It would. I could just see that being a down and out fucking fight. I don't see it being a wrestling match. I don't see it being anything about a wrestling match. I see it being a scrap. And if it goes that way with you, I'm not gonna bet against you until you show me otherwise and prove otherwise. You know. But I think that's a win, though. I think you and Mason, it's fresh, it's different. It would be a major opportunity for you to show the world. You know, everybody can talk about it, but there are very few that can step up and be about it. And that's one of those moments, and would be one of those opportunities for you. That's the kind of shit that I would love to see for you over the course of 2026, is to get those opportunities, to be able to stand in the ring and show. You know, that's all you got to do, show. And the beautiful thing about, I touched on it earlier, about the younger generation when it comes to professional wrestling and what I thrive on with it. I say it all the time. You guys are the future. And if we aren't investing in our future, then why the fuck are we here? And that's as real as I can put it when it comes down to the very bottom line of things. All it takes is opportunity. Just one opportunity. And if you capitalize on that one, the domino effect will start. I have seen it fucking happen. I have been a part of it. I have been able to help some people make some of that stuff happen behind the scenes. And it's a beautiful thing to see, because you guys are out there grinding. You guys are out there fucking getting it. You just said it earlier. As soon as we finish this call, brother's going to the gym. You're going to be there for another couple of hours. Like, oh, by the way, brother, you got a real job too, I would imagine. Like, you've got stuff that you do in the real world outside of professional wrestling that you're balancing. Oh, I would imagine that you also have a relationship that you're balancing too on the side of that. Oh, and by the way, we got to go out here and travel, and we got to go wrestle. Like, there's a lot that is a juggling act, is what I'm getting at. Yeah. And for those that are out there that are serious about it and committed to making it happen, man, I'll put anything I can behind you. Period. This is just how it is, because you guys are the ones that are going to be feeding us for the next 20 years. Easy. And that's why our platform exists. That's what started it. And that's why I think where we are successful, where some people may not be, is because we back our play and we mean what we say. You guys are out there and you guys are crushing it. And if you're dead set, all it takes is an opportunity. You know, I've not been opposed to hell with some of our friends, and I say friends, I mean feds in the States and talent. I'm not opposed to fucking hitting up some companies and saying, give him a shot here. If they're paying their travel, I'll pay their rate. All you gotta do is put them on the show. That's it. Just give them the opportunity. You know what I mean? I can't do that like every fucking match and with every fucking person. But I've seen enough and I watch enough wrestling to know they're serious from the maybe the Weekend Warriors. And if the serious ones come across, goddamn right I will. Why wouldn't I? You're succeeding. That's what this is all about. And the people that work on our channel, that work with me on this channel, feel the same way. It's a collective effort, and that's the beautiful thing. And it's because of guys like you.
I agree.
Who get out there and get it done, ultimately. So it falls back on, how do we say thank you? That's how you do it. So, outside of Charles Mason, what other kind of opportunities are you looking for out there? If you could get a moment in the sun, if you will.
Just wrestling more, more new names, upcoming names, Definitely one guy, Rick Williams, that's one, a little bit similar. Yeah. Definitely got to see him one time. Some new guys getting a lot of buzz around called Invincible. Like, I got something for him.
Oh man, I would love to see a Tommy Invincible Rochie Roach match. For me, that would be entertaining.
That's
I
different.
don't. Well, I mean, I just don't know if it'd be much of a
Mm-hmm.
match. I think it would be more of a slaughter. But that's just my opinion. I appreciate Mr. Invincible and what he does, but you can't come out here kissing babies and glad handing fans if you want to step in the ring with Rochie Roach. It's just not going to work out for you.
But
He
he do
does.
got a
He
buzz though,
does.
so
He
I'm gonna see what's
does.
out
I'm
of him.
telling
Yeah,
you. I think his
yeah.
stuff with Richard Holiday online right now is fucking priceless and hilarious. And he's just all over the place. But,
Yeah.
let me ask you this, and we've talked a lot about wrestling. Obviously, we've talked about you and how you've gotten to where you've gotten, and some of the things you're going to look to do, and in the future. Obviously, 2026, we need opportunities. We need things to happen. We need some to get some things moving so that you can get to that next level, because that's all this is. You've got to constantly level up. It's all professional wrestling is. When the cameras are off, man, and you get maybe 15 or 20 seconds of downtime, because it doesn't sound like you're going to get a whole lot more than that. What's some of the things that you like to do for you? What's some of the things that you, if you on decompress mode, to just kind of relax? What do you like to do?
I like recording. I'm big on movies. That's what I get my ideas. Inspirations from, like Goodfellas, Casino, Godfather. Like, I'm big on the mafia type of vibe
Classics.
movies. Yeah.
Goodfellas is my shit.
Yeah. So
Goodfellas is my shit.
Goodfellas. Yeah.
I love that film.
Hell
Dude.
yeah.
Also, I mean, you obviously you do films. That about it. So you just chill out with movies and just kind of relax that way. I feel you.
Yeah. But I ain't like, when I'm watching movies, I'm still thinking about wrestling. Like, oh, that's a good idea for such and such I could do. And just making my own.
For sure.
Making me.
I think sometimes that's the best inspiration. I think when it came to me, when I was in the ring, it was nothing more than throwing a pseudonym name, Chris Page, and then making it me became the easiest form of success, because I always feel like people can see through fake. I say that because it's like our platform, this conversation, none of this is planned. We just sat down and started going. As I don't like to ask over and over and over again in repetitive fashion, because I feel like viewers can see through that. They're like, well, you're just having an interview versus having an authentic conversation. And I knew that over the last hour, we really just scratched the surface, to be fair. And I know coming in with all these conversations, I kind of structure them that way, because I always want the door to be open for you to come back, and for you to want to come back and talk to us, down the line, and, circle around and keep tracks and keep up with you, because again, you guys are out there crushing it. There's always going to be something that needs to be promoted. There's always going to be opportunities for us to use our platform to do just that. And that's why we exist. So man, I on our way out, when I have all of our guests, I always turn the floor over to you. Is there anything that you want to talk about? Is there anything that you want to promote? Is there anything that you want to get out there to the audience? The floor is yours.
Definitely, keep an eye out on me, on my content. I have like a web series I'm doing. I started episode 1 like a little year ago. I'm doing episode 2. My series deals with wrestling, crime, drama, romance. Definitely keep an eye out for that. Episode 2,
Okay.
Chris, check it out. You'll like it. Yeah, and definitely just keep an eye out. My next moves. My next matches, next indie companies I'm gonna be part of. Keep an eye
We're
out.
definitely going to try to work on something with one DP to come on down to Florida at some point. I got a venue, I got a spot, I got all that. Ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
I got a ring.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
I got all that straightened out. I mean, it's not mine.
Oh, yeah?
I have access to it. I can get it, and yeah, it's not a problem. And I started filming everything myself, so I don't give a fuck. I don't need production. I just need somebody to come and run sound. We got the rest of it. I rely on other people to do something to yourself. That's what I used to always say. I appreciate you coming in, and I'm very thankful of your time, because I know that is very valuable for everybody. And I truly hope that you had a blast, and that we're able to circle back around, and we're able to work together again here in the future.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Man. No, the pleasure's all mine. The easiest way, guys, that you can show your support is by like, sharing, and subscribing. And in Rochie's case, it keeps it simple. It's Rochie Roach over on Instagram. Super simple. It's one word. It's right there on the screen. It has been the entire show. Yep. And if you've been here the entire show, like most of you have been the entire show, and you have not followed, shame on you. Go and do it now. It's the easiest. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But also, while you're there, you'll be able to get a link to his YouTube page. That's where you're going to really be able to go over and do some help and get some work in. Go hit the subscribe button over there and help him climb to 1,000. It's a journey in its own way, but your subscription is a simple stroke of a key, and it again costs you nothing. Yes. I really, really do appreciate it. Hey, listen, look at there. We already got some folks saying that they already did. So maybe we see some numbers moving for you. It's going to be a blast to sit back and watch. I am definitely going to try and get to that show in Atlanta. I got to get the date so I can figure out my schedule, but if I can make that happen, I will. And if I can get there, I cannot wait to meet you in person, because I feel like I need to see Mr. Roach and Mr. Naja hook this up, because I feel like this is going to be a once in a lifetime opportunity. And it's going to be a once in a lifetime match at the end of the day. And I'm here for that in any form or fashion. Guys, this has been an absolute pleasure for my guest today, Mr. Rochie Roach. I am Chris Page, and we will see you